Hi everyone, this is Giuseppe Rossi, and you're listening to Verbal Shenanigans.
But our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Which makes them not shenanigans at all, really. Evil shenanigans.
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Verbal Shenanigans podcast. Mike, I know you've been saying it since Sunday, man. Texting me nonstop. Like, how good was the halftime show? How great was the halftime show? And I said, I liked it. And you were like, yeah, man, it was definitely like very much about culture.
Yeah.
It was very iconic. It really spread messages of joy. And I said, absolutely. I completely agree with you.
Yeah, I sewed in my own grass suit and I walk around the neighborhood in solitude for Bad Bunny.
Well, that's weird because you actually told me that you were watching the Kid Rock halftime show.
Well, it was half grass suit, half grass to smoke. So it was a good comparison. And I was uniting the fronts as we need to do in this country.
Yeah, so let me. I think I did this. I might have to start doing this every week since last week. All this
previously on Verbal Shenanigans.
Previously in America. Let's see. Half the world is apparently upset over a halftime show, which is, well, let's not say half the world, half the country, a specific half of the country. Is upset over Bad Bunny for some reason. The Epstein Files, they're all released and cleaned up, and everybody got prosecuted that needed to. Great job.
It's like the end of a SVU. We got them, and all they go dun dun, and then they go to credits.
Yeah, and the world is just more and more angry. I feel like it's another week of just anger online and whatnot. But I guess let's start with the halftime show there, Mike.
All right.
Okay. All right. So I'll give you my take on it. I'm always down for kind of whoever at the halftime show because it's never really about their music anyway. It's more of like it's gotten so theatrical and built on sets and amazing camera work that you could put anyone up there. You could put Burlew out at the halftime show. I've
been asking every year. I'm like, come on now. You want them to stay online? You bring the Burrows out there.
You know how I was talking about there's nothing left in this world that will unite people again? The hate over the Burlew halftime show would bring both sides together. It'd be harmonious.
Yeah, I bring back my headlining material that I did the one time in the vape room, and I do that for the full 30 minutes. Yeah. Like the players will be grabbing the pistol gun from the refs to try to shoot themselves in the head so they don't have to hear it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So I watch whoever. I thought my favorite halftime show of recent memory, outside of the Shakira and J-Lo one, it is the Dr. Dre one. That was my favorite. A lot of people liked last year's Kendrick Lamar's. I thought was awesome, and I felt this one was very cool too. The visuals were unbelievable. I don't know any of his music. I've heard a few of his songs, but I don't. I thought it was a good show. I don't understand the outrage at all.
It's just pretty much the language of the songs. The same people who are screaming, I would never listen to a song in another language. I can never accept it. Were the same people who were saying, ba, la, 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 ba, ba, 20 years ago, or however long ago that song is. But that's just a silliness of it. I thought it was fine.
Yep.
Nothing I got from it where I'm like, well, now I'm going to go to a Bad Bunny concert or anything like that. But nothing of offense, nothing where I'm like, well, this guy didn't deserve to come here. I mean, I've seen much, 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 much worse. I mean, Rihanna was pregnant that one year doing the halftime show. That was a kind of a dud. I mean, there've been a few that are just like, yeah, whatever. And there's,
but it's also
kind of,
we are now at the point where the game apparently is the sideshow to the halftime show. way more people talking about their halftime show, what they felt about the halftime show, whether it represented America, blah blah blah. Like no one even cared that the Seahawks won. Now it's just about how are we gonna politicize the halftime show? That's pretty much every week.
Well,
every
to
year,
be fair,
every,
the teams didn't do us any favors by going 9-0 into halftime with 3 field goals. Like the one thing that maybe would have unified us would have been an exciting first half of football, and just seeing Sam Darnold and Drake May acting like they just picked up the football for the first time pretty much and were just punt after punt after punt. That didn't help the situation. That just angered people more into halftime.
Yeah, but like, when did full grown men, start caring about the halftime show so much? It used to be like, oh, halftime show's on. I'll check it out for that. I'm going to go get a snack, take a pee. I'll watch a few minutes of it, talk to who's ever at the party a little bit. Now we're like just finding reasons to be angry, just finding reasons.
Well, when we were in our 20s and 30s and they were doing halftime shows, we were the ones going, yeah, this is what we want, blah, blah, blah. And our parents were the fuddy-duddies waving their bony fingers at the TV and stuff like that. We just turned into our parents now. Now we have our whole life is revolved around what's going to happen in that 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they just got to go back to the old school ways of just like going to like Brent Musburger or Mike Tirico and just be like, here's the highlights from the first half, and just go right back to the game.
They should go back to the real old ways and bring out like a couple ladies with batons or like a marching band. Or I don't know if it was Evel Knievel or one of those jumpers. He did the halftime show apparently. Maybe bring back a stunt instead of a musical performance.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure high school bands were the norm for about 40 years, and like we talked about last week, it was the WWE having Mick Foley versus The Rock. It was Beavis and Butthead halftime. It was In Living Color that literally got 11% of the audience to turn the channels. That's when the NFL pretty much like, oh, I bet our sponsors are not happy about this.
Yeah,
we better pay somebody.
Yeah, but can you think of a stunt that maybe would unite people that they'd be pretty into?
Okay. So, to prove my point from the past and all, how about hot air balloon anvils again? Like we'll start with a drone show, and everybody's like, oh, just another boring show. Then all of a sudden they open up the roof of the stadium and they see like 30 hot air balloons up there and all with like messages about unifying America and stuff like that. And then they just start dropping anvils on the drones to say the halftime show is over.
So your goal is to kill maybe a couple dozen people during the halftime show?
I don't know about a couple. I mean, there'll be the guy who streaked and won like a $7 million bet. I mean, maybe he'll die in the process and we'll take one more out of the system.
What if that was the halftime show? One person in the stadium is going to be executed, but you don't know who. So the whole stadium.
Oh my God, that'd be the greatest game show ever. And it's kind of like reverse purge, because in the purge, it's like all the rich people get the poor people and kill them. That whole stadium is nothing but rich people. There ain't a poor person that can afford a Super Bowl ticket.
All right, so you're offered free Super Bowl tickets at Giant Stadium. 80,000 plus people. Okay. However, the halftime show is one person is going to die, but you get Super Bowl VIP treatment, whatever. Do you take the gamble?
I take it. I don't even blink an eye. 1 out of 80,000. That's pretty much lottery odds right there. That's like winning like the pick 4 right there. So yeah, I'm totally down with doing that. Man.
It'd be awesome if that's how you died. How did Burlew go?
I'll wear a Verbal Shenanigans t-shirt so we can promote as I guy on the field.
I mean, all these streakers get this publicity for whatever stupid .com they're promoting. So
Yep.
it's about time. Did you ever think about streaking for us at a game, maybe a USFL game or?
Well, number one, it's the UFL. Come on.
I'm going to get that right before
one
the
of
season.
these days. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. The season's about to start. The
Mhm.
Columbus Aviators are in their initial season.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you got to be prepared for this and all. How you think you're going to win in UFL fantasy football?
Yep.
You can't remember the name, Scott.
Yeah. But so that's outrage number one this week, man. And it's also funny because I think there's two sides to it too, because it's the ultra conservative guys. There's no God. There's not a white guy who doesn't speak English. It's like, okay, yeah. Who do you want to play the Super Bowl? You want Poison to get on the stage? But then I think it's also a little bit of exaggerating on the left too. They now have to, if they're
It's
right,
the greatest show I've ever seen in my life. I had a tear come out and it grew into a puppy.
Yeah, they have to go to the extreme and like it. You can't just be like, yeah, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad. But
that was my thought. I was like, yeah, it's fine. She's talented. Not my style, but hey, more power to you.
You have to toe your party's line, no matter what the internet says. That's what you have to say to just about everything. Now, Epstein Files, Mike. I'm not going to go into it because it can get me angry, but I am going to say that we are somehow linked to the Epstein Files.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats.
No, no, we don't celebrate that like episode 500 or something. Yeah.
I thought we put that in our promotional material. Now, you may have seen us in certain things, such as Big Beer Fest, the Epstein Files,
page 32,407, Section A, Article 3. We joked about it last week that we, if we were somehow one of our emails booking people was to someone that was in the Epstein Files. But turns out a guest of ours wasn't technically in the Epstein Files, but apparently reported someone that confided in her that they had slept with an underage boy or something like that. So Rain Dove is I think she refers to herself as an androgynous model. Sometimes she poses in female look, if you will, and sometimes I'm sure I'm getting the terms wrong and I'm going to get yelled at. But so we actually interviewed her twice, technically, because we lost the whole interview on a corrupted file.
Yeah, I think we dropped that was the drop recorder, and then it's like, and then it was immediately, hi. Yeah. You know how we just talked for an hour with you? Can we try that one more time?
Yeah, we've had.
And if you recall, that was the time I brought Callie over, and like you and your wife are like furious at me, and that got in the whole hubbub right there. Like your wife, my wife, and Callie were outside. Like, Callie, calm down. Callie, calm down. As we were interviewing Rain Dove.
Yes. And what also made that more interesting, the place that I rented at the time had no doors on the inside of the house. It was like a big studio, not big, but like a studio cottage, I guess you can call it, or a cabin. And the only door was the bathroom. So there's dogs running around. We're like telling our wife to shut. They got to be quiet while we record Rain Dove for the second time in a night. Yeah. So anyway, let's get back to this post. So she posted something. I got to pull the post up, but because I forget the girl's name.
The person who was accused is Asia Argento. So apparently this is a pretty well-known person. I forget what they were in, but long story short, she was a guest on our show, and she said that this woman, they're filming something, and I guess the character was the person's son, played their son. Correct.
And they ended up hooking up, and she eventually confided in Rain Dove, and I guess she tried to come out with this like in 2000 something or other, and was she said that she was like held down and threatened and this and that. And then I guess years later, now these reports come out on this woman and turns out to be true.
Yeah, to add to the layers of it, one of the conflicting things Rain Dove talked about was this Asia Argento was like one of the bigger people in the Me Too movement. So there was like a little weird situation. It's like, if I bring this out, then everybody's going to be like, oh, so you're hypocrites and Me Too is just a bunch of nonsense and all that stuff. So she was conflicted with that. Add to the insanity of it, as we talked about how it's in the Epstein Files, the person who talked about said incident happened to be the Woody Allen.
Yeah. So if you do the, what is that, like 10 degrees of Kevin Bacon, that game or something?
7 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
We're 7 degrees from the Epstein Files at this point.
All right. We're doing good.
Stop celebrating it.
Well, I finally made a list. I'm feeling good about myself and all.
Yeah, but
Usually people leave me out.
Hey, babe, I'm on a list.
What kind of list? I don't want to talk about it. I'm just proud of myself.
But it's always so interesting. Like, Me Too movement, like the people who so often are the loudest are the ones with the skeletons in their closet. They're the super conservative, anti-gay people that turn out to be like super gay, closeted men for years and years and years. And it's funny. The people like they push so hard for message, and then a lot of times their closet is not clean. So I didn't know what to make of the story. Like, I wasn't sure if they, like, Rain Dove was together with the girl, like, or they were just friends. That's where I had some questions.
Yeah, there's a picture, like Rain Dove put up the post, kind of put out the story, and there's like one post where she's like, several public posts like this on the outed person's Instagram were made prior to the smear campaign, and then somebody put like the horn mask on top of somebody. I don't know if it's Rain Dove or the Asia person. It's like, finally the time has come for this monster and her partner Rain Dove, what they call her Raid Dove, to be exposed with all. So I don't know if they were saying just by association.
That's where I was confused too. Like, if her, when it said her partner, like, I didn't know if the two were together and whatnot. But very very interesting that they're, I guess I'm trying to say is, like, these files, they seem so far off and big and just the billionaires of the world, but you just go a couple people down, trickle down, and all of a sudden, like, it's someone that some imbecile like us can get in touch with an interview. It's someone in the back, in your backyard. It's someone in your town. Like, you really just never know, man. And it's pretty horrifying.
Yeah, but to be clear, technically we have two people who are involved in this, technically. And
we never had Woody Allen on the show.
We did? Oh,
no. That was the other one we lost.
Yeah. Probably up there with Garfunkel.
Yeah.
One day, Art Garfunkel, you will come on the show. I don't care how decrepit you are. But
he might be on the list.
Yeah. Zoltan Isfan is technically on there. Nothing for specifics. Now, Zoltan is, for those who don't know, he was, we interviewed him, I want to say almost 10 years ago, because that was the 2016 campaign for a President's Day episode. He was running under the Transhumanist Party. He basically going around and he's telling people that we got to work on things that make us live for 100, 200 years and items like that. He tried to run for Republican candidate in 2020, I believe, and he's running for governor of California right now. But technically he's in there because a person who interviewed him, a man named Dylan Love, apparently was trying to set up an interview with Jeffrey Epstein. Now, this Dylan Love, he seems like just a regular writer for a site called Inverse. So there's nothing that shows any signs like, oh, he's the devious one. But basically, as he was setting up, he was listing some of his articles, and one of them was the Transhumanist Party's new policy proposal, Upgrade Trump, a article he wrote in 2016.
Wow. Well, I hope that's it for our friend Zoltan there, because like that's got to be like the terrifying part if you're like someone like you said, like this journalist, like trying to set up an interview or whatnot, or like there was like some weird association through your company or something, or some email or communication between your boss and this guy, like, and you're like completely innocent, but your name is on that file. Like that is not a great thing for job interviews in the future. That is not a great thing. The Christmas time comes around, the family's inviting everybody over, and they're a little skeptical about your involvement. Rough.
All right. I know we shouldn't be joking about this, but what do you think would be like our weirdest past guess where we'd be like, no way, they're on the file? Not even in a bad way.
Oh,
just just rarely like show up there.
I think Sharon Alexander being on the files would be extremely shocking. Sharon was the world's heaviest sportswoman. Pretty sure she's in her 40s or 50s. Be very shocking if a 400, 500-pound woman, and I already told you, black people, they're not involved in these Epstein files.
That's true. So she's safe. So she shows up and just like clean slate. You go about your business right there.
And before, I know how that could have sounded. I'm referring to last week's episode. Black people not in the files is a great thing. I'm saying that they are probably sitting back laughing at how disgusting, once again, powerful white people are. Just to make that clear, so people aren't like, well, Scott said black people aren't in the file, so. But yeah,
I'm going to go with World Chase Tag. That would be insane. They're just like, hey, we're trying to start a junior chase tag, and we got your information.
What if they were trying to set up a fun event at the island for visitors, like a little tag course? But
what's happening on the other side of this island? Nothing. Barbecue. That's it.
Yeah, so just atrocious behavior. Again, there was a hearing today, and Pam Bondi just basically deflected everything. And I don't even try to get into politics, but yet these videos and things find me. And I think the people who are really into it, that must be what their feed is all day. Just toxic, angry, disagreements, just rich, powerful people denying things. Like, you just have to be an angry person if you're just watching this stuff all day.
Yeah, I miss the old days of the algorithm where you could just set up a filter and like, I just want to see this. And all, but now it's
puppies, sandwiches, comedy bits. That's fine. I don't want to see anything else.
Puppy sandwiches?
No, puppies, sandwiches, comma. Not puppy sandwiches.
They did find dead puppies on the island, and there's been rumors that they gave them to certain people. They're like, no, we don't kill the kids, kill a puppy. So,
but yeah, no, Mike, I don't like puppy sandwiches.
Well, it sounded like you asked for a puppy sandwich, and that's why I was looking at you. No, were you that person who found out about the disabled dog in the puppy bowl, and you're like, yes, he's going away soon. My sandwich will be done.
No, and that poor disabled dog died apparently before.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's sad, man.
I teared up. It was terrible. I didn't even have that puppy, and I teared up.
Yeah, well, you'd probably have it on a sandwich, you freak. You probably like puppy sandwiches.
You're the one that started with the puppy sandwiches.
No,
I'm just concluding that you like puppy sandwiches.
No. You're just trying to project on me.
You're not using proper English, and guess who's telling you that?
Your love of puppy sandwiches is ridiculous. You're trying to get you're just throwing it out there to see if I would agree with you so we can go out for a puppy sandwich the next time I come down and visit.
I'm looking at my two meals over here. My baby's over by the side. I actually put dog beds next to my studio so they can lay by daddy as we podcast every night.
Yeah, right. It's probably so you can take a nap at work and just lay in the dog beds for a little bit.
I may end up on that list.
Yeah. I had one more thing, Mike, and then we'll get to you. Another thing people are outraged by this week. Something's going on in the Olympics that I was curious if you knew about. Mike, are you aware of this this theory, this controversy, this conspiracy going on called Penis Gate at the Olympics?
I know of it. I don't know specifically the details of what they're doing with said genitalia, but hopefully you will fill in the information for me. Or make me a puppy sandwich.
Yeah. So apparently Penis Gate at the 2026 Olympics is going down. WADA, which is the governing body, is investigating the possible injection of hyaluronic acid into the genitals of Olympic ski jumpers for aerodynamic advantage. Okay. Experts warn of the risks of infection, disfigurement, and gangrene from such infections.
Oh, gangrene on your junk, man. Oh,
but would you take a little gangrene for a gold medal, Mike?
I mean, I think I would try another sport if, like, the only way I can win is to inject something in my personal area. I think I'm going to sit back and go, maybe I could skate. I don't know.
The World Anti-Doping Agency is investigating whether Olympic ski jumpers injected acid into their genitals to make them more aerodynamic, a scandal dubbed Penis Gate. The accusation first appeared in a German newspaper, which claimed that professional athletes inject this substance, widely used as an aesthetic filler, directly into their genitals to gain an advantage over competitors. Although rumors are not yet confirmed, experts have expressed concern about the risks, warning of, gangrene and whatnot. In this case, so it will make the penis girth larger, which would make athletes who need a larger suit with larger surface area, which would increase the lift the athlete can generate during competition, allowing them to jump further. One man said that every extra centimeter of the suit matters. If your suit surface is 5% larger, you fly further. Of course, this is a competitive sport, and everyone is on edge of the rules because everyone wants to win. Okay.
Okay. What was that movie where some big actor got a prosthetic penis? Like, it was the big reveal at the end of the movie. Was it Boogie Nights?
Oh, yeah. Boogie Nights. Yeah, I haven't seen that in years. That was a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, could you just do that?
Yeah.
Like, why you gotta shove stuff in there? I don't understand. Like, I don't think they're gonna grab you in that area to confirm, is that a real one in there or something like that?
Right. Let me play devil's advocate here.
Okay.
You're a ski jumper. Okay. You're Mikey.
As I'm known for, yes.
Mikey Burrell's a ski jumper. Yeah. You've been working your whole life to make the Olympics. Whole life committed to ski jumping. You're practicing every day, working out, just starving to death because you just basically don't get any budget. You're trying to figure out how to pay for your Olympic journey. You're going to the World Cup and stuff like that, and the nationals and things, and you're finishing fourth, you're finishing fifth, you're finishing just out of the podium. Man comes up to you in the locker room, says, "Hey, man, I noticed when you were flying, it's a little small down there. It's a little."
I punch him.
Yeah, but I got something for you. That if you take this, I guarantee you Olympic gold, maybe silver, but at least silver. All you have to do is make your penis a little bigger. So you're coming out of here with a possible gold and a bigger dong.
Yes, but then it would get shorter with the gangrene where they got to cut it off. Like, I need to somebody in the labs figure this out, because I find it hard to believe, as much as they say, oh, every centimeter counts and all that fun stuff. I don't think it's like if you're 2 feet away from getting a medal that this drug is going to get you there. Like, I really don't think the amount that you're going to gain from this is something that it's going to get you from the lower ranks up to the big time, if you will.
Well, that sounds like a loser talking. You're just worried you're not putting enough in, Mike. You're the amount you got.
My wife says the same thing.
Yeah, you have to go big on the like triple, quadruple. I don't know what 6 is. The amount of time of stuff into there to make it as big, like gargantuanly big, to gain some more edge amongst the competition.
Now, aren't there also like surgeries to like extend the length or something like that? That
Sounds
seems
like someone
a
looked
little
this up
more
before.
safer to me.
Sound like someone inquired about this before.
I'm just saying that I'm trying to figure out, okay, so I take this stuff, I shove it in there in the hole. Like, number one, how much does it grow and how much do I flow?
I don't think they said it's got to go into the hole. I don't know.
Well, where's it going?
It might have to go into the side or something. I don't know. You made it that much
There's
worse.
no holes on the side of it.
You don't need a hole. You just maybe just got to stab it in the meat.
Okay. Why just like get the partners down there, the balls? So why can't it just like get like extensions down there? Couldn't that work out?
Well, maybe they haven't explored that avenue yet. Maybe this is where they bring someone like you.
What is wrong with science?
Yeah.
We need these answers. I need a control. I need somebody who's like, all right, you're an Olympic ski jumper. I want you to go out there. Okay. I don't know how far they fly. Let's say 48 feet. All right. Now let's shove something in there. Are you going 48 feet and a half an inch? Or are you going like 50?
I hope the next Winter Olympics is just ski jumping is the now thing to watch, because it's just out of control. Like it's like its own separate suit.
I mean, let's think about it. Like we get all these sprinters from like Jamaica and stuff like that. I'm sure they're well endowed. We don't have any Caribbean countries going out for ski jumping, and they don't even need the drug up.
I just want that slow motion shot of them coming flying through the sky with a hog attached to them.
Scott, you know how like sports now with the pregame, they're getting like 10, 12 people when it used to be like 2 or 3. Like I need specifically an Olympic schlong analyst before every event to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of your schlong side.
Yeah. Michael Burlew, Olympic schlong analyst here, reporting live from the ski jump.
This is why I wish that sports science guy didn't die, because I bet he could have gave us a wonderful thing with like graphics and stuff like that. That would have freaking ruled.
Next, we have Magnus Verdnesson from Finland. Oh my God, look at this man. I think he's going to fly very, very far tonight.
Yeah. We're literally having pissing contests at the Olympics right now. That's where we've gone to right now.
Well, the Epstein Files, Penis Gate, okay, and Bad Bunny. I just don't know if we can contain this kind of outrage anymore. So
yeah, and now we have to figure out how that revolves around our next guest.
Yeah. So let's get to, if you're just tuning in, like if this is your first episode because you saw the guest, we apologize. We usually do this nonsense for 20 minutes, a half hour. Then we always bring someone like very interesting on the show. We've had a lot of really great people on, so trust us. So let's get to our guest to lighten things up a little bit. All right. Well, I think I've figured out who our guest is tonight. You know,
okay.
Well, ironically, this is not lying to the audience. We did not know which guest we were going to have tonight, but
that is a fact.
He's literally coming on now in the next minute here. How do I sum this guy up? So a couple months ago, we had Eric Stover from the Cosmos, the New York Cosmos, who are coming back to soccer. But this guy's name travels a lot further than just the Cosmos, which are coming back. He played in La Liga. He played in the Premier League. He played on the Italian national team. He's from New Jersey. He just a name that really around where I live and kind of north of here, everybody knew. He was one of the hottest stars in soccer at one point. Went through injuries and whatnot, but at one point, Mike, he did have a season where a couple guys were ahead of him in goals. Only Aguero,
okay,
a guy by the name of Ronaldo
Haven't had him on the show yet.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
and Messi.
Okay. I feel they're big names.
Yeah.
I
And
feel
na-
that.
And now his career rounds out, just to put a bow on the career, just to put a bow on it, comes on the Verbal Shenanigans podcast. Tonight, folks, very, very privileged and happy to have Giuseppe Rossi coming on the show.
Hello. Hey guys.
Giuseppe, what's going on, man?
Hey,
How are you?
Giuseppe.
All good, man. All good. All good.
You got those kids to bed, or they still up?
I put them to bed, and everything is good to go. I was just watching the Knicks a little bit.
Yeah, I just put my daughter to bed, and my wife usually puts her to bed, and she screamed at me for a good 40 minutes straight. So
My dogs are sleeping next to me. That's about it.
Sounds about right.
So, Giuseppe, first off, thanks so much for giving us a few minutes of your time. I appreciate it, man.
Of course, no problem, man.
I guess my first question for you, now that you've been out of the playing game for quite a while, and you're now entering all these other avenues as far as coaching, as far as getting involved with the Cosmos and whatnot. How long does it take after that career is done to start feeling ready to make these adjustments into a different part of soccer?
Yeah, great question, man. Listen, it took me it took me a while just because I couldn't really digest the fact that I was retired, and just saying that we're retired kind of made me really sad. The first the first 4 or 5 months after retirement, I couldn't even say without getting emotional. But there comes a time where it's like, all right, listen, you can't be just sitting down and doing nothing for the rest of your life. We're privileged enough to play for. Well, I played for 20 years, and being able to retire at 36,
Mm-hmm.
you have a whole lifetime ahead of you, and therefore you have to be creative. You have to understand what you like, what can fill that void. Not much can fill that void. Actually, nothing can fill that void. But trying to find something as close as possible to that. So then you're able to at least just get up in the morning, enjoy your family, but also enjoy yourself and being happy again.
Now, did you have any thoughts of doing anything like not related to soccer, or was it just like, I got to stay in the game here?
Listen, for me to spend a little bit of time away from my family, it has to be something that I love.
Sure.
And there's nothing more that I love than soccer. So right now the priorities have shifted since the day I retired. It's family first, and then soccer. Before, obviously, it was soccer first and everything else second.
Sure.
But yeah, just trying to find something that I love, something that is worthwhile, not spending those 2 or 3 hours with your family and kids. And I found that by starting my own academy, where first it was just private sessions, helping out these kids, the local kids, etc. But now I've grown it to have 2 organized teams, a U20 team and a U16 team. This all came at the same time of when I started being the head of soccer and part owner of the Cosmos. And I thought this was a perfect match because my ultimate goal was to obviously stay in soccer, but also to help these kids understand what it takes to get to that next level. So helping them mentally, helping them help their approach towards the game, just to make them understand that if you do want to get to the next level, it's not a hobby, but it's life. So therefore, it's a lot of sacrifices. You have to put a lot of things to the side in order to get to where you want to be, to where your ultimate goal is, which I'm sure that every player who plays is being pro. And it's okay to say it. It's okay to dream about it, but you have to put the work in. So that's something that I wanted to introduce to these young kids, and also the pathway to get there. I feel like that youth soccer here in America, we could talk about this for hours.
Yeah.
But I'll just sum it up in two in 20 seconds if possible. It's not where it should be, and I'm being very nice about it. It kind of gets me very angry when I see certain things where the people's heart isn't in the right place. It's more towards their pockets than the kid's future and trying to build the kid's dream, to support the kid's dream. So that's something that's very important for me. I want them to understand that I'm with them every step of the way. Whoever is under the GR Academy, the Giuseppe Rossi Academy, they know that I'm there to always give them the right advice, to take some time and show them the ropes. And I'm a tough love type of guy. I don't I don't sugarcoat things. I'm very direct, but in a way where they know that, listen, I am by your side, and the kids get it. They respond, and that's what I love. Kids who care,
Yep.
kids who care, who want to be there. So yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to change this little landscape of youth soccer in my own little world right now.
Now, a lot of great athletes say they did better in sports because they tried out, like they were in basketball and baseball and football before they decide what sport they are. Do you feel kids nowadays, that they want to take those steps, can still balance soccer and another sport, or did you have to be just 100% dedicated? That's all you can do.
Now, listen, it's good to always play other sports, especially when you're young. Then there comes a time that there needs to be a focus. There needs to be a focus on one thing specifically if you want to get great at that craft, right, around that 12-year-old age. But you know what? I personally, I never played any other sports. But if you think about it, right, and I've had this debate with a few people that soccer is an eye-foot coordination. Rather, there's a lot of other sports out there, which is eye-hand coordination. So sometimes I think, because I hear this a lot now, right? A lot on podcasts, etc., how it's important to play different sports and it helps. Maybe you guys could educate me quickly here. What other sports can help a soccer player develop certain skills in their sport? In the sport of soccer, if it's not really a eye foot coordination.
The only thing I have noticed, I've been coaching at the high school level for 17 years or whatever.
Yeah.
I've noticed a lot of kids who play soccer and basketball, it translating. There's a lot of opening up the hips and getting up for balls and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I've noticed like they might not be the most like talented on the ball, but they're like a lot of times are grinders and guys who get up and win balls and able to kind of get out of situations. So that's the only parallel I've found, like other sports that I think does help.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say the opening up of the hips. That's actually
And like body awareness, shielding someone off the ball. Like there is some things I definitely see like the basketball kids doing well, and not like they're not even soccer players their whole life. Sometimes they're multi sports, and so that is one thing I see.
Awesome.
What like better guy to talk to about you're saying how giving kids a path and how it has to be your life, and how there is a time for focus. You grew up obviously playing, but you left the States at 12 years old.
Yeah.
Like most kids are worrying about making friends or coming home and watching Ninja Turtles and like finding themselves. You left New Jersey here in America at 12 years old. One, how is that possible? Like for a lot of kids, like it's unfathomable now.
Yeah.
But two, I know it has a lot to do with, the support of your family and whatnot too.
Oh yeah, of course. Listen, family is the most important thing. At 12, they're the ones who kind of make those decisions, right?
Yeah.
But obviously my father told me, listen, there's this opportunity to go and play at 12 years old at Parma. Do you want to go? And obviously I said yes, even though deep down I'm like, I don't want to leave home. I don't want to leave my mother or my sister or my friends or my teammates. I know I'm comfortable home. But I didn't want to let my dad down. I wanted to be part of the best soccer atmosphere in the world. So that's why I took that leap. I took that jump to go out there, me and my father, and play for Parma. how did I get that opportunity was that 3 summers in a row, starting from 9 years old, I went to Italy. I trained. I did this soccer camp in Italy. And the third year was when an observer of Parma saw me, invited me to go play some tournament and train with them for 2 weeks during Easter break in '99, and then comes January of 2000, they invited me to go and play there permanently. So, yeah, man. Listen, when I got there, it was definitely tough. The only thing that I felt comfortable in was the soccer field, because the soccer field's it's an international language, right? You don't need to really do anything different than what you know. And I was good at it, obviously. So kids, they started to gravitate towards me on the team. School was different. School, you're the American kid from America, wearing baggy pants that nobody in Italy wears baggy pants.
Yeah, yeah.
And I spoke Italian, but not that great. So I had to get my tutors. I had to do all that stuff. It was a pain in school, but I was able to pass. I only failed one class, I think it was, and it was Italian, because it was very hard. It was very, very hard, but I was
Yeah.
able to keep my grades up. And yeah, man, it's tough at 12 leaving the home, but I learned now that in order to do big things in life, you have to make big decisions. I didn't know that at 12 years old, but I'm happy that I did make that decision.
Yeah, worked out all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
it is.
you're 17 and you're on Manchester United. You seem like a very confident person in your skills and everything, but there's got to be something when you're going to one of the biggest clubs in the world and you're just a kid and you're seeing these grown men. I mean, for lack of a better term, how are you not like crapping bricks and all and starting to question yourself?
Yeah, well, I never did question myself, but crapping bricks every single session, man.
Yep.
I was very confident, like you said, in my ability. And when I had the chance, well, first, when I first arrived there, the first person to open up the door when he was leaving and I was entering was Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs was me and my father's favorite player.
That's
My
awesome.
father loved him. So, hey, how are you? And I looked to my dad. I'm like, that's Ryan Giggs, man. So it was crazy. It was surreal. Went up, spoke to Sir Alex Ferguson to sign the contracts. And you would think that he would be somebody, very overpowering, but so humble, simple talk, just everyday life talk. And he made you feel comfortable. And that was one of his best traits, was that he was able to make you feel at ease when you were around him, and he would treat you the same way that he would treat his best players, right? And then getting on the field, being able to train with them. Obviously, you want to make a good impression. You want to try to fit in, and that's what I try to do. But always staying true to the player that I was. So, when I touched the ball the first few times and being able to complete passes or dribble or shoot or score a goal, that kind of just gave me more confidence in being like, yeah, you know what, you belong. Keep working and try and carve out a space if you can.
Do you think Sir Alex was the right coach for you at that age, or would it have been interesting to play for him if you were a little bit older?
Yeah, you know what? He was there at the right time during my career. I feel like having somebody that I could see and study or try to understand, why was he so successful?
Mhm.
How does he get the best out of his players? How does he relate to everybody? Because usually the players who don't play are the ones that hate the coach, but everybody loved to be around him and wanted to go on the field and do anything possible to get the result for him. So learning those things, character-wise, mentally, right? Being ready for every single game. For every single practice, because obviously the game is the byproduct of all this of all the sessions. The intensity that you had to train in, the approach, the mentality towards how do I prepare myself for the training session, because the training sessions were like games. Like, yeah, we're all buddy, but when you're in there, man, it's you had Vidic and Rio hitting you from the back. You had people fighting on the side because somebody kicked them. So it's like
Yeah.
the best player was Ronaldo, and Giggs would be killing them, man. Literally, just like slide tackling the crap out of them. But that's what I grew up in when I was 17 years old, and I'm happy that was the environment that I was in, because it made me grow very fast.
Now, when you're there at the end, they pretty much told you probably want to look for another club because you're not going to get any time with us. Kind of talk about what made you go over to Italy and choose that league over anywhere else. And all, is that an easy thing to swallow? Them just like you're not going to see time if you stay here?
Yeah, so I mean, the story is this: that I chose to leave because I wanted to have a bigger platform and showcase my talent, because I think I deserved, after my 6 month stint on loan at Parma, where I scored 9 goals at 19 years old, doing well, blah blah. I come back and I wanted more. I wanted to. I thought I deserved more space. And therefore, when I spoke to the second guy in charge, the assistant, Carlos Queiroz, I didn't get that vibe because of many things, political things on his side. But when I did speak to Ferguson, he wanted to keep me. But he understood the fact that I wanted to play more and showcase my talent. So that's when I left for Spain, and that's when I made a name for myself in those 5 years at Villarreal. And the rest is history, basically.
I want to go back to the 2010, 2011, statistically unbelievable season, 32 goals and whatnot. Now, I don't know if that is the best you ever felt on the pitch as far as whatnot, but I'm curious, like, when you're having a season like that, is it just like everything has to, like, are you mentally clearer than normal? Are you feel physically better? Does the game feel slower when you're just like consistently scoring? Like, what is it like having that kind of season, and what is that the best season you remember?
You're in the flow state, man. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
You get into this mindset in every training session and in every game where you feel untouchable, where anything that you touch turns into something.
Yeah.
And that was a whole season of accumulation of work, the accumulation of ups and downs, learning from past mistakes, gaining the respect of your peers on your team, and then eventually from the league around you, where you start hitting certain, you start feeling as if everything you do, it kind of just clicks. And the hardest thing is staying in that flow state, right?
Sure.
Making sure that there are no disruptions around you. So that year was basically that. And I was somebody that was always very dedicated to their craft. You could ask anybody out there, always working and always caring about the game, not so much about the extracurricular stuff. The only thing that kind of stopped that flow state was injuries, something that I couldn't really control. But that was probably the best I've ever felt. But after that injury, I was sold into Fiorentina. I got back to that flow state. I felt it again, and it felt so good. And what stopped me again was injuries. Right, was always this damn ACL. So, being able and being privileged enough to get to that state where everything just clicks. It's not because you're lucky. It's not because things are going your way. It's basically because of the work that you put in, the way that you approach the game, how you don't cheat yourself or cheat the game, and the game always gives back. So I was fortunate enough to feel that twice in my career. I wish I had more continuity in it if it wasn't for the injuries, but like I said, lucky enough to have felt that 2 times.
Sure, man.
And it was great. Yes, it was definitely great.
Well, you speak about injuries. I mean, it's one thing to mentally get it through your head when you tear your ACL in October, then 3 months later you re-tear it again. How, like, what's going through your head? Are you raging? Are you still kind of keeping yourself calm and thinking about rehab? Are you pointing fingers? How are you feeling in this situation?
Yes, yeah. So after that great season that I had, I started off well again the season, and then October, like you said, my ACL, and it was the year of the World Cup, and obviously I was the main man on the Italian national team, and I wanted to go to the World Cup, obviously, right? So if you do the math, October, I get my surgery done right away, 6 months. I'll be ready to go for the World Cup. And if I ever have to go back in my career, that's one thing that I'll change, which was not to do it right away, that surgery, but uh, to think about it, just give myself 3-4 days to kind of gather my ideas and stuff like that. Um, because I don't think I would have chose that surgeon to do that work, just because after I retoured after 5 months, because I came back in 5 months, I'm training way with the team, but I toured again. Let's just say that he didn't do the job that he was supposed to do. So yeah, that was my first encounter when it came to my ACL injuries.
Um, Giuseppe was nice enough to come work with my high school team about a couple months ago during the season, and um, even towards the end, we were done. They were only going to stay for a little while, and towards the end, the coach was in it. Giuseppe was. They're like, "Oh, Giuseppe wants to jump into a finishing drill with them." I'm curious with the first off, much appreciated. Kids still talk about it, but two, are when you're around the game like that, are you still able to get after it, or are the injuries still nagging all these years later?
Listen, I'm with the Cosmos right now, and I train every single day with them.
Let's go.
I train every single day with them.
Go.
So listen, knock on wood. Thank you, God, that these injuries, yes, they've happened, but I was able to recover. I feel strong. I'm enjoying myself playing. It's very hard to say no to the game. So that's why still today I'm in the gym doing my prevention, making sure that the knees are good and everything else clicks. And because I want to play, man. Like I love it. I love it. So I always want to be ready. I'm 39 right now. I just turned 39, but I still feel like I'm 25 when I'm on the field. Except when I have to run a lot, I don't feel 25. But if I do have the ball at my feet, I'm definitely 25.
I was gonna say, I noticed, like, when he came to our session, first he was telling the kids about things, and then the ball starts knocking around a little bit more. I noticed his body language starting to change, and then, like, we're gonna get into something here. Let's go. I loved it. And the kids loved it too.
Thank you.
I always wanted to know this. When guys go play for a national team after you've been playing club, you got the international breaks and whatnot. What is the general, like, feeling with that? Like, are you, like, super pumped to get away from the team for a little bit and get and play for your country? It's different coaches. Are the sessions as intense as club? Like, what is the feeling for a player going off to, like, international break?
Listen, the best thing is that you're able to represent your country. When you wear that shirt, it just weighs more than usual, right? But I'm not going to hide that it's another trip. It's 10 days away from your family in a hotel. So as much as it's beautiful when you wear that shirt and you play the game, you sometimes you want that rest where it's just like, you know what, let me just chill home. Let me have these 2 or 3 days off, because usually when the players who go play with their national team don't get any days off, the players who don't usually get those 2-3 days off, right?
Yep.
And towards the end of my career, I felt that, and I was like, you know what? It felt good. It feels good to have these 2 or 3 days off sometimes. But see, this is the whole thing. This is why there's such a few players that are able to play this game at a high level, because it's all about up here. It's all about how you approach it mentally, right? Having the right having the right approach towards it, right? That's just the main thing to it. And listen, I was fortunate enough to play with the national team for 6 years and represent them. And of course, if I could do it all over again,
Of course.
I would do it 10 times over. It's just the best feeling ever, man. Wearing that shirt and then calling up your family and them being so proud, man. It's awesome.
Yep.
Speaking of repping the country, what are your thoughts on Italy right now? They missed the 2022. They're in the qualifier to get into 2026. I mean, just from your awe, I'm guessing not good.
Yeah, now listen, we missed 18, 22.
Coming up.
Yeah, we missed 2 years, 2 World Cups in a row. I can't believe that we're talking about them trying to qualify in March for the World Cup. It's upsetting. There are a lot of problems when it comes to the Italian game itself, the way that we develop players right now. It's in a bad state. Let's just put it that way. So these are the results we get when we try to rush things, when we try to cheat it, when we don't take care of our own. So listen, I hope that we're able to get past these 2 games, get into the World Cup, and hopefully shock the world. But yeah, you would think after the Euro Cup that we won in 2020 that things would change, but it literally went downhill from there, which is crazy if you think about it.
Yeah. Giuseppe, first off, I want to thank you so much for your time here. It really is a pleasure to talk to you. I remember watching you and whatnot. I guess my last question, and then I just want to get into the Cosmos stuff and what you're doing.
Sure.
But my last question is, we even talked about it a little bit when we met. Your father now. Your father was a very well-known coach here in New Jersey. If you grew up in New Jersey, and you grew up obviously clearly in a soccer family, I'm curious, is the same thing trickling down to your kids? Like, would you want to see your kids reach the highest level in soccer? Are you not as intense as dad? What's your vibe like as a parent?
Do I want them to go? Do I want them to go through what I did?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say no, I don't want them, because I don't want them to suffer, right? As much as maybe I did when I was 12 years old and growing up and all that and leaving family.
No.
But if that's what they want to do, then hey, listen, we do it, right? We do it. And obviously the love for the game, I'm going to try and pass it down to my 2 girls and my boy, because obviously everything you see around this house is soccer.
Yep.
And where do I always go to? Soccer. So my little 2-year-old is like, "Where you going, Papa?" And I'm like, "I'm going to play soccer." And she's like, "Soccer?" So she knows, what I do and where I'm going. And she's only 2 years old. The 5-year-old obviously knows. And I coach my 5-year-old, her and her friends. So go try coach 10 girls that are 5 years old.
Yep.
Crazy. Crazy. But I do it because I love it, and I want to expose my girls and my kids to the game. So we shall see if there's a part 2 to this to this journey.
Part three.
Part 3. You're right.
That's right. So before you go, we had Eric on, I believe, in around October, November timeframe. Talked to him a bunch about the exciting things that are going on with the Cosmos. The Cosmos are opening up in March here, which is literally around the corner. Your involvement with the team. Tell the audience a little bit about, especially our tri-state area audience here, a little bit about the Cosmos, your role with the Cosmos, and kind of there's some really great messages with the team, but I kind of want to let you answer that question.
Sure. Yeah. Listen. So the Cosmos are back, and I think that's great for U.S. soccer. One of the most iconic names in U.S. soccer will be playing its first game after, I think, 6 years on March 14th. On March 14th at Hinchler Stadium at Patterson. So we want it to be packed. We want to have our fans enjoy being at the field by representing them, right? By creating this type of community that we're trying to do. where it's all about values, all about building something special. That it's not only about soccer, but about this community that we're trying to build. So, being the head of soccer, um, it brings a lot of responsibility, having to choose players and the coaching staff, etc. I think we've done a great job with that. I'm very proud of the players right now. The players that we have, local players. Some are from, some are international players, but sticking to what we want to do, which is develop young players, right? I think we said that from day one. We don't want the Messis and Ronaldos because I think our objective is to find the Messis and Ronaldos around us. I think New Jersey is a hotbed of talent, and we have to be good enough to go find that. So far, I'm very, very proud of the work that the coaches and the players have put in, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait till March 14th.
If people want to go follow you, where's the best place to check out all things? You got the Academy, you got the Cosmos, you got your own stuff. What's the best place to see all things going on in your life?
Yeah, so listen, I'm big on my Instagram, so go check me out on Instagram. I always post about the Cosmos and my GR Academy, and a little bit of family time too. So, yeah, man, just trying to stay busy. That's really what it's all about.
I look forward to trying to see a game. I'm probably either going to be, I live in Georgia, so it's either South Georgia, Knoxville, or Chattanooga. I'll try to go to one of them games.
That would be great, man.
Yeah, I'll definitely support you guys. Final question. Is it true you got bit by a lion?
Oh, so listen to this. Listen to this. I think I'm the only person in the world. All right, so listen to this. The only person in the world to get bit by a lion, and what's it called when you get like the horns of a bull.
Okay.
You get the horns of a bull.
Yeah.
The damn horns hit my calf because we're in Spain. So you know how Spain is crazy with the bulls, right?
Yeah, of course.
So we had a great season. We got second place the first time in Villarreal history, 5 points behind Real Madrid. And we decided to celebrate going into an arena. So we go into this arena and all 20 of us, 20 idiots just in there running around these two bulls. And there's barriers, right? You have barriers in each corner.
Yep.
I'm scared. Like I'm scared of them. So when they come a little bit close by, I go right behind the barrier. There was this damn kid, man. The bull was coming towards us. I'm trying to get in the barrier. He's pushing me out. He came. The damn bull came, hit me with his horn. I was bleeding through my calf.
Oh my God.
That one. And then yes, the line, we were in the sanctuary. I think it was the Confederation Cup in 2009 with the national team. The lion got a little bit, I don't know, he was probably hungry and bit my leg, but it was all good, man. It was all good. I survived.
Yeah, I'm sure your coaches and ownership love those boys.
They didn't know, but now they know, so that's good.
Giuseppe, thank you so much for your time. Good luck with everything you got coming up, and love to have you on again down the line.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Now, Mike. Giuseppe Rossi, everybody. Fantastic interview.
Great guy.
The IT soccer team has been gone for how many years now? When was your last game around?
Let me see. If I had to guess, around the 11 to 12 year mark, somewhere in that area.
No, have you guys ever teased with bringing it back and maybe getting some touches on the ball, warming up, maybe train a little bit together, and maybe getting the band back together a little bit?
I have joked about it a number of times. I mean, the few times I've been in New Jersey, I've been with you, so I blame you when I talk to them about, the grand reunion and all. But
sure.
I think we're unfortunately so split up, and we were so niche in our lineup that it'd be impossible to recreate the magic that was the IT soccer team.
I have a way to get the team back together. Okay.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah. You won that championship when they kicked you out and replaced you with all good international players.
Now, they didn't. Let me clarify. My final season, I kind of walked away because they were too serious about it. And yes, a group of people, 95% were not involved with the company. Hush, hush. won the title, but it was ironic as like there was a soccer trophy in the main desk and everybody's staring at it and just like, how?
Yeah. So what if you email them today and say, I got a guy who might take our team. We might win every game ever for the next 10 years. What if you brought Giuseppe? What if you brought Giuseppe on your team?
I feel like he would yell at us a little too much. Like he would win the games and scream at us, and then he would get his friends, and we'd be like the people who have to sit and watch for like 40 minutes as they do magic, which will be a great thing to watch. Right. But at the same time, I think he'll be pointing out, this is why you are sitting there. This is why you will never touch the pitch again.
Are you telling me right now the IT soccer team is turning down the services of Giuseppe Rossi?
I'm not saying we're turning it down. We're just going to be reminded of why we had to disband in the first place.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'm just throwing it out there. I think you guys have another run in you. And Giuseppe, if you had Giuseppe Rossi, who's only 39, there's guys who have played well into their 40s a couple times, here and there. You would win every game 15-0.
As long as we weren't on the field to give up the other 20, yes, we would have a shot.
No. You misunderstood me. I said if you bring Giuseppe Rossi and you guys sit out, so 1v11. I'm guessing the IT soccer teams aren't that good. I'm still thinking you're going to score 15 goals.
So I'll be like a practice squatter on the Seattle Seahawks. Like, I'm getting my ring. Yeah. I'm getting my ring.
Exactly. But you take it. You put another false trophy in your trophy case.
I mean, I don't work there anymore, so I would
start a new one. Start a Georgia sector of the IT soccer team.
It's pretty much just two people. I heard soccer, you need a couple more for that.
No, you and Giuseppe could beat most IT guys in a soccer game. You're the goalie.
He's going to be like, I want you to stand in that corner. Yep. I'm going to do everything for this entire game.
Exactly.
If you move out of that corner, I will hit you.
I will kill you. But yeah, what a great get here on the show.
Oh, awesome get.
Mike, what do you got?
Scott, I'm a little surprised. Usually in mid-January, you like to promote not only on the show, but on your Facebook about a certain deadline that everyone must hit. I believe it's called the white trash deadline. Can you give our audience a little...
Every January, I think I posted something this year. January 15th to me is what I call white trash identification day.
Okay.
And it's just become a running joke. I post it every year but what is funny, the running joke has gained like
momentum,
traction. Literally, people message me, a couple of them, they'll be like January 12th, like a emoji, like got him down, was cutting it close this year. People will be like, I don't know why, but for some reason this has stuck with me. And every January 10th or whatever, I start to get a little panicky that we got to get the decorations down. And I've used it in my set, and it's a fun little playful line with the audience and whatnot. But I truly believe like Christmas decorations often go up on the day after Thanksgiving, sometimes earlier. Once we're pushing the 2-month mark, man, we're taking it 1/6 of the year for one holiday. Like, give Christmas its time, then it's got to go.
Okay, I feel you. No, like I say the deadline is Martin Luther King Day because everybody's got the day off. It's not really go out and do something holiday. So that's when
it's nice of you to celebrate Martin Luther King Day with.
I made a game and I put up the Christmas tree.
With your game.
How would Martin Luther King not celebrate what I did for him?
It's so nice of you that you on Martin Luther King Day, you got to take down your white Santa Clauses and your trees and your lights. You're not doing service or honoring Dr. King.
All right. Number one, I don't know. You come to my house. I don't know where you think I'm like a decorating mastermind, but no, it was just a tree. The tree went up on that day, and also I feel like I hit the mark on that.
Your wife went through a big Christmas phase, though.
Oh
yeah, and you had multiple trees, so I don't know what the dynamic is at Christmas time.
Yeah, we still have in the attic one of them blow up snow globes that got like ripped, and I don't know how to get out of the attic without putting like 8,000 pounds of fake snow all throughout my household. So it's just staying up there in the attic to just grow
I already
mold or
know how to
whatever.
get it down. Why didn't you ask me?
All right. Do
You
tell.
remember, you said this year you're going to take down your drop ceilings.
Yes.
Maybe get after them. Just when you're scraping off the ceiling and making holes in it, just make a big hole and let it fall through down to the living room.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So we're recording this on February 11th, this episode.
We
right
are.
Now. I took the dogs out for a walk around the neighborhood, and I feel like my neighborhood is failing your standards, Scott. As I've been walking around, it's not just like, oh, there are lights up. Like some people still have like the red Christmas lights up. I was noticing households with the cardboard snowflakes on the way to the walkway.
It's disgusting.
As I said, with lights, there was a house that had a deflated Santa Claus hanging out of the window. So literally all they had to do is open the window, grab it, and pull it in.
Well, how would you feel if you were blown up every night for 4 months of the year? You'd feel a little deflated. You just want to lie there. That decoration just gave up.
But it's just so odd. It's like there's no joy in it. You just see his head shrunk down, staring. It's like all you have to do is open the window to get me in. But I kind of digress as I want to show you something. So there's one house in the neighborhood. They are all out for the holidays.
Okay, that's fine.
They put out inflatables. They put out lights to accentuate it at night. They put out, I think they put a nativity scene out there and all that. They really go all out for Christmas. Now they also go all out for Halloween. They actually put up there about, hey, does anybody have plastic bags? And I'm one of them guys that has 10,000 bags where I say I'm going to bring it to recycling, and I never did. So I luckily got rid of all my plastic bags as they filled up like their scarecrows and their boogeymen all throughout the lawn. So they really go out and they love decorating for the holiday.
Okay.
And the reason
I want to make it clear that I love Christmas decorations. I enjoy. I just think they have their time. I like you want Halloween. I love taking my son. We literally drive around and say, "Ooh, look at this spooky house!" Like we love the Halloween decoration. But you have them up on Thanksgiving. It's a little bit white trash, man.
Okay, so I'm gonna send you over a text. I'm gonna send it over to you. So they still have some Christmas lights up, and they kind of have something else that's in their front lawn right now.
Yeah, they have like a 12-foot skeleton.
Yeah. They literally did not take down the 12-foot skeleton during the Christmas decorations. In fact, when I took my dad to a college football game and I was driving him back for his car, he kind of pointed out, he's like, I don't think there's a lot of skeletons in the Bible or anything like that. Yeah. But February 11th, they have, as you say, like a 10 to 12-foot skeleton still majorly on the front lawn. And if you zoom in, you can see the icicle lights hanging still from the porch on there. So I'm wondering, what are your thoughts on this? Like, is there another level to white trash?
Yes, we all know there's many levels to white trash. If you've ever watched Cops, you know that there's so many levels of white trash. There's trailer trash. There's redneck trash. You know, there's a million things. This skeleton craze, first off, we have them all over our neighborhood, 12-foot, 20-foot. I feel like they get bigger every year. Where do they put these things? First off, like I understand they fold up, but you have like, I don't know, most people might have a 1-car garage or a basement or an attic or a crawl space. 10% of the attic, it might be closed and stuff. This is approaching like 30-40% of the attic is just for stupid skeleton. Okay.
Yeah. Like you say, oh, can we keep the my dead grandmother's pictures around? No, I need room for the folded up skeleton up there.
And I have seen this thing where people will keep the skeleton up. If you can't put the damn skeleton away and it's too big, you don't deserve a big skeleton. Your big skeleton gets to come out once a year, and you have approximately 30 lenient. You have 45 days to get the damn skeleton off the lawn. It is absolutely atrocious. And then you want to be cute. Oh, I'm sure next week, this weekend, he'll have a little red heart on him or something like that. AKA, I'm too freaking lazy to take down the skeleton. Look at me. I got a skeleton on my lawn. My kids probably don't eat at night.
Oh, okay. I mean, we established you're a time cop, but now you're a skeleton cop as well. You plan to take over and grab everybody's skeletons off their lawn if they don't.
No, man, it's just
adhere to your rules.
When do people have a little like decency? Like, all right, we're moving now. You would think it'd be like, oh, it's in the South. It's a little warmer. The seasons aren't as extreme, like where it's like, okay, now it's holiday season. No, this happens here in New Jersey. The dumb skeletons on everybody's freaking lawn. Oh, look how big it is. It's not original anymore. I can get 15 of those overnighted to me on Amazon tonight.
Can we do that?
Please don't do that. Please don't say.
Buddy, this is your Valentine's gift.
Scott, I have forgone the Christmas gift this year and bought you 15.
No. You're still getting soap every Christmas.
It's just, come on, man. A little decency. Like, we do want to see like just normal houses. In fact, I don't even like those LED lights that people put on and just change the colors for each.
Oh, they're the worst, man.
It's St. Patrick's Day. Let's make my house green. How about just no decorations? How about a little leprechaun that's 3 feet and is made of wood and he's a little dirty from the years before that you used him all the time, and that's it.
And they're lazy too. There's times I've gone out with friends and come back at like midnight, 1 a.m, and they're still blaring and it's going right to the house. So somebody's trying to go to sleep with all these LED lights probably going through their bedroom, and they don't care. Trick-or-treaters
have now finished their whole candy sack, and you have your skeleton still up. Very cool. Very cool. I'm appalled by this behavior.
Okay, maybe could they put like shorts on it? It could be like the surfing skeleton during the summer.
This would be like the equivalent of someone who would keep a glass head on their table and decorate it for different things.
So they'd be amazing.
No, they would just be you. Like,
they'd be artistic and provocative. Gotcha.
Provocative. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So when you had a
glass heads and skeletons equal provocative.
Yeah. When you had a glass head sculpture, you were like, I'm so provocative and unique.
Yeah. I didn't just take a glass head. I filled it with beads, and I had a do-rag that I got from India, and I put it on the skull, and I put sunglasses on it. So it was like the cool glass head.
That your wife didn't run out the door the other way after seeing all this is amazing.
I mean, I'm an amazing human being. I don't know what to tell you. I'm artistic and I'm the Burls. So.
No, you're autistic and you're an asshole. I don't know. I can't.
Let's change the subject for a minute. No, we had a couple celebrity deaths in the past few weeks.
We've had
God, and all. Yeah. It's kind of like we have a bonding thing now where every year we so look forward to the God Complex game every time a celebrity passes. It's like, yo, get ready.
Don't say we have a bonding thing where we send dead pictures to each other.
No, I don't send dead pictures.
Yes,
I send a celebrity.
No, you're again. This is like you trying to get me on board with the puppy sandwiches. You like when people die, and you send them to me excited to do God Complex, which 11 people, mostly in Cameroon, from bots that download our podcast.
It's an amazing game.
No,
it's our tournament to bring back one celebrity every year. I literally looked in my Facebook memories, and it brought up Carl Weathers dying today. And I'm like, oh, that's a great moment because Scott brought back Carl Weathers in that year's God Complex.
And don't sit there and say like we bond over it, like, oh man, like, and we talk about it deeply. It's usually like, crap, or shit, or
we have music playing in the background. Here's to the night we felt alive.
I don't like how your memories don't match any of my memories.
Oh, well, I get the tiebreaker, so they must be the real memories.
Why do you get the tiebreaker?
They're my memories.
Tiebreaker
So
in what?
in
In
what is
life?
real, my memories.
Yeah.
If we disagree, we go to the tiebreaker, and Burlew breaks the tie. That's how it goes.
Burlew, the tiebreaker of life. Got it.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
But so we had Catherine O'Hara.
Man, sad.
Very sad. Home Alone, Second City TV, so many projects she's been in. James Vanderbeek literally
Sad.
died this morning. Really sad. 48. Brad Arnold from Three Doors Down. He unfortunately lost his battle with cancer as well. And also, we kind of had a roll with there. And another person was Greg Brown, who was the guitarist from Cake.
Mm-hmm.
And like my wife and her band, the Vehicle Band, they're doing their big show. By the time this show is out, they already did their show. It's all going to be on Valentine's Day, her birthday.
That's when you were supposed to act. You were supposed to be like, the show was amazing.
Oh,
the best night of my life.
Oh yeah, can you put that in there?
No, I can't edit that. No,
damn it. Dang it. But they have they're going to do 2 songs from Cake. They're going to do Mexico and their version of I Will Survive. And she was like bringing it up. I said, yeah, I love Cake. That was a great band. That was a very underrated band, in my opinion, during the alternative time frame. So I'm like, I'm going to try to get somebody from the band on the show. No, it wasn't him. No, it wasn't him. I saw you going like that. No, it wasn't him. I did not contact him.
Can I also interject? Ironically, the day before he died, me and my brother I went over his house for his son's birthday, and a Cake song came on, and we were just talking about like, yeah, this was a great band, very underrated band. I'm like, and they made Distance, which is like the best song ever, like such a great song. So then the next day dies. Weird.
Yeah. So I started looking up the lead singer, John McCrae. So I'm going through rabbit holes trying to get his information. I'm looking for John McCrae, musician, email, and I came across one. I sent out an email, and I got an email back. They're like, sounds like a hoot. What do you want to know? And I did our whole spiel over this is the times we record and all that. So this is the reply again. Needless to say, this was not the correct John McCrae. There is an Irish band named Swim that's apparently kind of big over in Ireland that he was a part of.
So our next guest, guys, coming on tonight, John McCrae from Swim, everybody.
Yeah. But in any case, this was his reply after I sent all the information. Michael, didn't realize you were crazy USA dudes. You do in capital letters, know that nobody from Europe goes there anymore. We're too scared. And then it's the a surprise emoji, the sad emoji, and then 2 laughing emojis. Anyway, RE musical history. I'm just a lazy C word and only write music in between episodes of Judge Judy. But one does have a U.S. connection. Gary Katz, Steely Dan fame, produced my band's Swim album, Sun Drive Road, back in the day. New album is Night Stalk. Enough already. I'm boring myself. Yawn. K. The singer Joe is much more verbose. I'm the pretty one. Later's heart. And I'm kind of thinking to myself, like, on one hand, I'm like, okay, was that the blow off? On the other hand, should I send another one and try to get him on?
I mean, you already know the answer to this now.
I see it in your face. I think you're insulted that we had Giuseppe on instead of him tonight.
Yeah, I'm like, let's get him on. I don't care. Let's investigate Swim, the band. We'll pretend on that episode. We'll pretend we've been big fans for like years.
Yeah. I'll kind of ask him and all. So, how lazy of a C word are you?
Exactly.
Are we talking like a decrepit C word? Or
Listen, you lazy
like
C.
halfway?
Answer my question.
Yes. So, Can't find cake's information, but it could have swim, which is still a 4-letter word band.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about Swim, man. I've been listening to Swim since like 85, first couple albums are amazing, and then they tailed off, but they're back and they're cool guys and
So
whatnot.
you're one of the OG Swammies.
Oh yeah, I wore the swimmies to the concert. The ones you put on your arms back in the day.
Like when you go crowd surfing, you're literally you don't crowd surf, you crowd swim.
Yeah, I mean, come on, that's rookie stuff. You've seen the Gather of the Juggalos, but you ever been to a swimwear?
I was hoping the two of them could like combine and like they just fill the arena with that Faygo soda that the ICP are so into, and then you swim in the soda.
That's something I would love for us to go do a live podcast from, the Gathering of the Juggalos.
I'd be totally down.
That'd to see what goes on there, and just I bet you they all have their Christmas lights still up. Everybody.
Are you more scared about the people we met at LARPing or the ICP? Oh, you got to think about it.
I'm not really scared of either, to be honest. I would guess the ICP people, like I think, can get more out of control, and there's a lot of drugs and things going on. The LARPing people were just sweet people pretending they're foxes in the woods and fairies and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's weird when somebody makes up voices and do stuff like that on their own. Yeah. I don't understand it.
Before we get out of here, you sent me a video of a woman rapping one of our past guests from Black Delicious, Gifted Gabs.
Rest in peace.
Alphabet Aerobics. He's sadly passed since then. And she did every letter as a different voice from a cartoon. And it was really cool and talented person. And we were joking around, and I said, like, that's probably what you do in the mirror with all your voices. And then after I said that, I'm like, damn, that would be funny. Mike trying to do the Alphabet Aerobics in all his voices. The commitment to that would be unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't think I have 26 voices right now. I'm going to have to work it out. But
Mike, judging by how long any of your songs have taken to come out, just do A, B, and C.
Just every month it's a new letter today, Scott.
If I ever get back to the newsletter every month, here's DEF, Oh God.
So John McRae, it sounds like we'd love to have you on the show.
100%. Let's swim together. But I think it's time for us to go tonight. First, I want to thank Giuseppe Rossi for coming on the show. Fantastic interview, fantastic get the time to chat with. Mike, anything to promote before we get out of here?
I'm going to promote Yellow Card is going on tour, summer tour with Newfound Glory and Plain White Tees. Ryan Key, lead singer, joined us back in 2021. They're going to be in Georgia on May 6th, possibly my wife's birthday gift. For you, Scott, they're going to be in Asbury Park on June 12th. So For more details on the tour, check out Yellow Card social media pages, people. The great interview, great band, and happy birthday, honey.
Yeah. Yellow Card's had a huge resurgence again. All the old emo pop punk bands are killing it right now again that we listen to a little bit. I want to promote the Cosmos here. The New York Cosmos are back. We now have had Eric Stover, who is the CEO of the group, and now Giuseppe Rossi, who's the head of soccer and a soccer legend. They are opening up Saturday, March 14th at home, right in Paterson, New Jersey, at Hinchcliffe Stadium. It's a 2:00 game. It's the opening to their new version of this franchise. They're playing the Portland Hearts. Tickets start at $17, so you can't go wrong. Go see a soccer game. Go support a bunch of New Jersey players and just the kind of growth of the game. And hey, support the podcast. Two guests from the Cosmos have been on the show.
Yeah, I think when you go to a Cosmos game, you should see if Scott is in the audience or just ask podcast questions during the game.
Yeah, and we're trying to arrange. You know how the Mighty Mites come out like at hockey games, the little kids play. We're trying to arrange the IT soccer team to play at halftime while the two teams go off.
Then there will be a dispute, like, maybe you accidentally got the team that actually won that only talks Spanish, and they're all mad, so they're gonna go to the redneck soccer game instead. So we can't bring anybody together. It's sad.
No. Well, that's it, guys. We're out of here. Keep following us. We have a bunch of guests coming up. We are booked solid for, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. And that's it, guys. Life is funny. Laugh at it. Keep the wind at your back.
And Scotty's skeleton disposal services are available 24/7. Just call them right into home.
Enough. Just have a puppy jam sandwich and chill out, man.